Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Jeanette Byro here. I'm a medium and a cosmic channeler. Welcome to your Galactic Thursday, where we connect into messages from the stars, from the galactic guides. So we are kind of on the heels of a new moon. The new moon was yesterday. The energy is still very, very strong in this new moon. I'm curious if any of you slept well at all. It's definitely a potent momentum-based energy like we talked about the last little bit anyways. So I'm just going to tune in to my council and see what they have to share about the energy. So just hold on a moment. Okay, this is really interesting, and this came in really fast. It's from my whole council. Shaham is at the front of it as well, though, speaking. And he's saying, retrace your steps if you have to, but do not falter in who you are. Retrace your steps if you have to, but do not falter. It's kind of like go over again what you've been through, who you are, what you stand for if you need to, but don't doubt who you are, because here's this makes a lot of sense. So when I woke up this morning, there was this really kind of off energy, and when I was talking with Lisa Richmond, she was like, it feels like there's like a psychic attack almost, right? And a psychic attack is when energetics are put into a place, an environment, or around a person to alter their frequency, okay? And so, you know, that's kind of where some of the folklore of hexes and those types of things come from. In this case, it feels like there is a energetic pull or oppression within that darkness. And we talked about the darkness coming through, or the light coming through the darkness in the eclipse kind of imagery from yesterday. But it felt like this kind of like oppressive darkness to just flatten the light. And we know that it's not going to be successful. However, there is a really heavy energy in this, and we have that also within the new moon energy too. And so Spirit is like, you know, be really real with yourself, or sorry, my counsel. They're like, be really real and retrace what you need to. If you need to like look at who you are again and you're questioning, that's fine, but don't doubt or go backwards in who you are. Don't take off the armor that you have acquired through your will and your grit. Right? And that armor is these energetic aspects of self that you've brought back in, these soul fragments that you've brought back in. Don't lose those, because you earned them, and they're so much a part of where you're going right now. And all the noise in the collective right now can really try and almost take those pieces away. So that's the first part of their message. I'm just going to see what else there is. This is interesting. They're also saying, lean into you right now for advice and comfort. Lean into you. And included in that is your higher self, right? So leaning into the energy of your higher self right now is also really beneficial, because it's going to help you like recalibrate in these energetics. And you're also going to be able to discern with more ease the messages from your higher self. And truly, the messages from your higher self, you don't need to discern them in a way of like questioning if there's shadiness in there, because your higher self frequency vibrates at the same frequency as you, right? There's a similarity there. It's kind of like they're both the same shade of color. And so you can really trust in the energy that you get from your higher self, so you can really lean into that. So the times in which maybe you're questioning your own conscious self, right? The human you, and you're like, am I doing the right things? Am I going in the right direction? All of those kinds of things. Lean into that even deeper, into your higher self connection, because your higher self will come in really strong in whichever way it can, signs, symbols, messages, dream state, to help reinforce for you the direction you're going, because you have made so much ground, and it's about maintaining what you've made and not letting it go, not releasing it from exhaustion, burnout, you know, deep questioning. And I kind of talked about this in the February energy update about the rabbit hole, right? Like going down the rabbit hole. And be thoughtful about that, because you don't want to lose yourself in that rabbit hole of searching for information. Connect back into the soul self, into your higher self, because that's such a valuable place for you to stay recalibrated in or root yourself in. Okay? There's one more thing here. Okay, and they're like, consider continually adjusting and readjusting your position, your perspective, and your stance on things so that you sustain your energetics. Because again, I want to say they're using the word siphoning right now with this energy that I'm talking about. It feels like there's just a big energy drain from all the drama on the planet and from the intense amount of growth, transformation that everybody has had to go through, that this kind of siphoning energy, if we don't stay on top of who we are, can happen easily. It just kind of like drains out like cracks in a bucket, right? So really be thoughtful about that and about what you're doing. And they're like, as always, also turn to play, turn to joy, turn to kindness, like they talked about the other day too. They're saying play specifically, joy specifically, things that bring you joy for you to help you stay afloat in the energy right now. This is really interesting. They're also saying, they're like, just so you know, the energy of this new moon is not only felt just on Earth, it also has this like reverberation into the solar system. And because there's so much of the Galactic Federation and the Cedars and the Intergalactic Council that are within our solar system right now, they feel that reverberation also. It might not be as intense for them because they're not on planet Earth, but they still feel it. So they're very aware of the energetics, which is why they're bringing in this information to, you know, help us stay afloat in it and not get caught up in the whirls of it, because it's really about helping us to grow and move in that ascension. And they are aware, because they're showing it to me like they can see almost these kind of like pulses or these rhythmic frequencies that come from the moon in this energy right now. And so they can essentially measure that in whichever form they measure it, whatever the readings mean. But they're saying it's a very valid feeling combined with the energetics of everything happening on the Earth. So all to say, it is a lot, but they're acknowledging that it's a lot, and that's why they're bringing the guidance through that they are. So I will leave that with all of you for now. So happy Thursday, everyone. I hope this helps to uplift your heart, help you kind of move forward and feel like, you know, maybe you're not crazy, you're not just lazy. Any of those judgments that we can have for ourselves, hopefully you can just kind of let those float away, recalibrate back into you so that you can keep moving forward in the light that you are. All right, everyone, have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow.